Hi, this is Chris from the Wild Berry Patch, and I'm coming to you with mindfully meditating on Matthew, and this is chapter 17. And if you want the notes, they're at www.thewildberrypatch.com. Matthew 17, the big thing. The Mount of Transfiguration. Jesus goes up to a mountain. He takes Peter, James, and John. And they're up there. And he was transformed before them, transfigured. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as light. And just then appeared before them Moses and Elijah talking with Jesus. There's a couple things here. First of all, it was Jesus's glorified body pre-glorification. So as amazing as it was, it probably was not as amazing as it was after his death, burial, resurrection, and glorification. But here on a fallen earth, it was pretty spectacular. Now, Elijah and Moses talking with him. That is one of the key references we have, that there is a heaven, that there is an afterlife, and that we will be in bodies, because they recognized who they were. And the other thing is, Peter and James and John never met Moses and Elijah, but they knew this was Moses, and they knew that was Elijah. It's one of the best texts to show about how we will know each other and what we will be like after we die and get our resurrected bodies. Peter, dear Peter, oh Peter. It is good that we're here, Lord. Let me build a tabernacle for all three of you. Well, no. God answered him this time. God said, a bright cloud covered them, and a voice in the cloud said, "This is my son whom I love. With him I am well pleased. Listen to him." Well, that's the way to get a smackdown. But they were afraid. Jesus walks over, reaches out, touches Peter, and says, "Get up. Don't be afraid." And they looked up, and the whole thing was gone. But that was pretty awesome. So then they want to know why Elijah must first come. And Jesus basically says, well, because he has to put things in order. But, the way it is, he already has, and they did to him what they wanted. And they understood that he was talking about John the Baptist came in the role of Elijah. So then there's the demon-possessed boy. And this poor father, he comes to Jesus. He says, "Please, my boy, he is having all these problems, and your disciples couldn't cast it out." Jesus didn't take that well. He went, "You unbelieving and perverse generation, how long shall I put up with you?" And then there is a complication about him saying, "This type goes forth but by prayer and fasting." And the thing isn't the demon was stronger. The thing is our faith must get stronger, because we should have the faith of the grain of mustard seed. So then he talks about going and being killed, and then he talks about giving taxes. So that's Matthew 17. The Lord bless you and keep you, and make his face shine upon you, and give you the peace that passes all understanding, and keeps your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.